Hey, black women, I gotta share this with y'all because I did a stitch with a black lady that just changed my spirits like that in a second. I was getting a little bummed out watching the world news because the world is disastrous. It is so much killing, chaos, and craziness all over. It's just too much. So I started scrolling and I came across this black woman that was talking about black people going through a second renaissance, right? Which would be great. If we truly were, that would be so beautiful. That means that the music would evolve, the art would evolve, the dance would evolve and level up. People's creativity on a whole would level up. People would go back, black people would go back to being these like black world renaissance citizen type people where they know a little bit about everything, really, not the Google shit, like in the books, reading, knowing things, understanding the quotes of the actual people who lived, learned, and gave us these gifts in the world. She made me think about two particular things, right, with black women, because I find myself these days, right, searching cable for everything black women related, right? Because sometimes to fill your cup back up to the brim and overflow it, you sometimes need to see other black women smiling, laughing, and being creatively exactly who they are without limitation, without judgment, without people trying to co-opt who they are or wear them like a costume. So I went on this binge, right, of watching like Harlem, um, Girls Rule. I think it's called Girls Rule the World or Women Run the World. It was like a one season show, but it was so good, right, with 4 black women characters. And then I started watching like P Valley again and like everything black. So, and it was one more. What was the other one I watched? Oh, I can't think of the black woman show right now. It'll come to me later. And then I came across Forever on Netflix. Now, at first I was a little apprehensive because it was teenagers, right? And I am a black woman that does not believe in black women currently copulating, reproducing, marrying, being in relationships, or even speaking with black males. I'm going to be honest, right? However, when it comes to our black teenage children who are intelligent, who come from homes where their parents or parent are decent people, every day having conversation time, I call it lap time, right? With their kids, constantly worried about their formidable years and making these children into adults who are actually going to be like really decent contributing people to society, where they understand the empathy they should have for people, but also the limitations based off of the hate those people give us. And those kids being worldly educated and understanding that they must reach the highest level of themselves, which is like their personal self-efficacy in whatever journey they're taking in this world. For them to have like a teenage rites of passage that is completely guided with the right amount of parental guidance, the right amount of love, independence, helicoptering when it needs to be, and standing back and even checking each other as parents on what to and not to do with these kids. When I tell you that when I saw that show Forever, not only did I reflect to my own teenage years, but I reflected to my mom and her parenting, my grandparents, the extent I was lucky enough to have an extended family to grow up in Louisiana and in New York City, right? So that was a childhood I would never swap with anybody because it was so rich and so full with good and bad, right? I thought about my own daughter's teenagehood and the things that I had to allow her to learn on her own, and watching her grow into a mother, a woman, and somebody who, because of my tutelage and my parental guidance, was able to analyze situations properly and avoid as much damage as possible. And when you are a mother and you look at your daughter, regardless of all of the issues you may have interpersonally with each other, but you see that all of your parenting, all of your lecturing, all of your explaining, all of your getting them to explore who they are and to develop those particular characteristics of them that make them the best of them. When you see all of that, all of those parts of that complicated system moving at the same time, and you see them shine, right? That's everything that I saw in that movie Forever. Like, the love that the black mother has for her daughter when she has been a child that had different challenges in life, and because of the time period she grew up in, maybe did not have as many advantages or opportunities as her daughter, and she pushes her daughter towards everything that will best her daughter, and she then is gratified in the accomplishments and the achievements of her daughter. All of that was in that movie Forever. The heartbreak of disappointment, the endurance of overcoming the sorrow, to the gratitude, to the goal of whatever it was you were set on the path to get, to understanding that my interpretation of me trying to school you, teach you, guide you is in juxtaposition to your teenage or child misunderstanding of, oh, my mom just doesn't understand me. She just doesn't know how I feel or what's going on inside of me. She won't hear me. That was such a real, well-written, well-performed miniseries, I guess it's called. I have watched that shit like 3 times already, and I'm gonna watch it again and again if I need to, because it just had the level of depiction of black women and daughters, the essence of black women, of the mothers and daughters, the love of black women and between black women and daughters, the connectiveness between black women and daughters and other women family members, because in that miniseries, Keisha's mother, who is the protagonist of the story, has 2 cousins that are like the cousins that are there all the time. There when you need support, there when you need somebody to let you know, nah, I don't think you handled that the right way. I think this could have been considered as well. And now we just gonna move forward and we're gonna correct what needs to be corrected so we can keep having a good time and feeling good and loving on each other. Listen, if you have not seen that miniseries, please take time out, either with or without your daughter, to watch that miniseries. And then maybe if you have a daughter, let her watch it as well, right? And then be excited like me, because it has already been confirmed that another season is coming. And the best part of this show, it explains to young black women, you could go out and have your first love, but never let any love control and take a hold of the rest of your life. Keisha exhibited the maturity, age appropriately, that she needed to have to understand that I may love this person, but I love me more. And because she had her heart so set on going to Howard. First I thought it was Harvard, but I had to remember. She had her heart set on going to Howard, right? Her whole life, up until she got accepted to Howard, was all about her getting there at all costs, right? Then when you hear her graduation speech, you will understand, after she gives that speech, right, the level of self-efficacy and the epiphany she has gone through, so that when she takes off for college, we know as the viewer, right, through this extended dramatization, right? We know as the viewer that not only has she grown in her mind, but she has also grown in her foresight and what and who she wants to become as a grown woman. And so has her little boyfriend. And we know good things are going to come from the both of them. But the fact that this show showed the maturation of teenagers thinking that being together was the only thing they were supposed to be, which is thus why the show was called Forever, right? It allows you to go on a journey with both of them individually as they develop who and what they are. And when they gain independence within and without each other, to continue to develop and grow into that efficacy, that highest level of self-efficacy that they both are supposed to go through to become full-fledged, functioning, emotionally intelligent adults. I could go on speaking all day about that show. I mean, it literally was bringing tears to my eyes. It's such a good show. Please watch it. Please. Okay? It's a second level to the Black joy we should be experiencing every day. We should be with our girls and have fun. We should be with our kids and have fun, our grandchildren and have fun. We should even be able to encounter another Black person in the street and have fun. Should I do it every day? But these are the things we need to make commonplace in our everyday lives, okay? We have to spread love. It's the Brooklyn way. It's the New York way. It's the Louisiana way. You got to be happy, y'all. I mean, we got to take racism on the chin and don't ever let those people drown out our happiness or the color that lives inside of who we are, all right? And when I say color, I don't mean this. I mean the color of your joy, the color of your love, the color of your laughter, your happiness, your togetherness. People should never be allowed to break your spirit, your heart, or your soul, no matter what they try to do to you. And I think we are resilient enough women to understand that. We just got to start having more fun at being who we are, okay? All right. Love all of you. Be well. Have a good day. Bonsoir, y'all. Peace out.